Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video we are actually diving into open source note-taking applications, and I will go through some open source. I think I have 5 or 6, but I will also talk about which apps they could replace. So open source alternatives to applications that you might already know about or have used before. The first one is logseq, and logseq is an outliner application. It is really similar to something like Obsidian in a way, because it uses the same plugin ecosystem, so you can use plugins to build out exactly what you want. Like I've used the to-do plugin here, and I have a few as well. I have the calendar one, and I have tags plugin open. I have a few plugins open or downloaded on my logseq. But apart from that, you have things like whiteboards, flashcard, and a graph view. And logseq is an outliner application, which means that you are able to take bullet point notes, and you can actually nest bullet points within other bullet points. So logseq would be an option for outliners, people who like to take bullet point notes, and it serves as an option for something like Tana or Workflowy or even Dynalist, even though Dynalist isn't worked on anymore and isn't developed anymore, but it can serve as an option for things like Workflowy and for Tana. Pricing wise, this is free to use and all of your files are stored locally, but you can pay for syncing. So you can pay for syncing, but the syncing has been really unstable. It at least was the last time I tried it, which is a few months ago, so it might be better now, but you have the ability to pay to get sync between devices, which is really important if you want to access your notes on the go. But there are also other options. So you can use third-party syncs, for example, iCloud Drive, which is something I've tested out. I actually did it for Obsidian, and it worked really well. One other cool thing about logseq is that it can easily be used together with something like Obsidian, since both applications work on markdown files stored locally on your device. So that is logseq, the first open source application. Let's talk about an open source alternative to something like Notion. This app is called appflowy, and appflowy is really similar to Notion in the way it looks. And it also has this database structure, and you also have linked databases. So this, for example, is the same database that lives across multiple different pages, as you can see right here. You can create filtered views of these databases, and you have the same page structure. One minor difference is that the databases are nested within the page like this. That doesn't actually happen in Notion, but they get nested like this. Apart from that, the applications are actually really similar, both in the way that they look, but also in their use case and feature set. So you have H1, H2, H3. You can have images, boards, grids, and calendars are actually databases, while tables are regular tables. You have toggle and insert date, so you have everything you would have in an application like Notion. You also have the AI writer right here, and you can also add cover and icons, uh, as you would do in many of the other note-taking apps that are similar to Notion. So I could go ahead and I could add a cover like this. So when it comes to the pricing of this can actually be self-hosted as well. So just keep that in mind, because if I now jump into the cloud settings, you actually have 3 ways to store data inside of here: local, appflowy cloud beta, or appflowy cloud self-hosted. And you can turn on and off sync if you want to. Pricing wise, this has an AI add-on plan, but you can also actually change your plans to be Pro, which is billed 10 USD monthly if billed annually, and 12.5 billed monthly if you pay for it monthly. So this will be around 120 USD while this a year, while this will be 12.5 each month. With the pricing or with the Pro plan, you actually get more members, unlimited storage, real-time collaboration, mobile app. You actually get the mobile app in the free plan as well. And AI responses are unlimited, while this actually gives you 100 AI responses in your lifetime. But as I said, you can purchase the AI add-on, which is $8 each month. You also get custom namespace. So I would say that this is better if you need more members. If you're just going to use this for yourself and you aren't uploading too many things into here, the free plan will get you really, really far. So this is a great open source alternative to something like Notion. So one of the applications I haven't used a lot personally, but I know that a lot of people do like, and it is also open source, is Joplin. And Joplin might seem like it has a little bit of an old interface compared to a lot of the new note-taking apps on the market. But it is really, really powerful, and it is especially popular uh, for developers, and it uses Markdown. So if you're familiar with Markdown, it uses Markdown to format everything, and it reminds me a little bit of Evernote. So I would say that this is an option for something like Evernote, an open source option for something like Evernote. And it uses things like notebooks, and you can have notes within those notebooks. You can even have to-dos here, so I can press to-do and I can make a test to-do, and I could go ahead and I could just write in here everything that I wanted to write. One other cool thing, at least for my use case with this to-do, is that I could create a notebook called social media ideas, and I could actually add all of my social media ideas as to-dos, and I could write the scripts right here. So it is sort of versatile, maybe not as versatile as things like Notion, but for having a notebook structure like this, it actually is quite versatile, and I really do like that. So as I said, this is a really great application if you are looking for an alternative to things like Evernote. This is one of the options for that. Pricing wise, it has a couple of plans. It has the team plan, but it has the basic plan, and it has the Pro plan, and this is the Joplin Cloud plans. And Joplin Clouds allows you to synchronize your notes across devices. It also lets you publish notes and collaborate on notebooks with friends, family, or colleagues, as it says right there. Pricing wise, this will set you back to $99 or $240, depending on if you wanted it billed yearly or monthly. So this right here is the yearly plan, while this is the monthly plan. Here you get 10 megabytes per note or attachment, 2 gigabytes of storage space, published notes, web clipper, collaboration, and sync as many devices as you want. You can pay for the Pro plan, which probably is the best plan, and this will set you back $5.99 or $4.79, again depending on whether or not you want it billed monthly or yearly. You get more megabytes per note or attachment, 30 gigs of storage space. You get publish your notes, so all of the things you got on the free plan. You get to share a notebook with others, you get email to note, and you get customize the note publishing banner. So that is mainly what you get here. Inside of the Teams plan, you get more storage, but you also get like things that teams or things that would matter to teams. So managing multiple users, consolidated billing, sharing permission, and priority supports. None of those actually matters if you are going to use this alone, and you can't actually use this plan if you are just going to use it as a single person, because it is per user and it is minimum of 2 users. When we already are on the topic of great Evernote alternatives, great open source Evernote alternatives, if you are looking for that, the second application that works as a great Evernote alternative is actually Notesnook. So this is highly privacy focused, end-to-end encrypted and open source. But it is really similar in its interface to maybe an older version of Evernote. You can add notebooks here and you can have notes within your notebooks. So this is my apps notebook, and inside of my apps notebook I have Notesnook and I have Evernote, and I can even use tags to find whatever I'm looking for. What's cool about having both tags and notebooks is that you can consolidate notes from within different notebooks by using tags. That is also something I like a lot, because I'm a big believer of having multiple ways to find a note, but that is a topic for a whole nother video. You have reminders here, so things like tasks can actually be used inside of here. You can use the reminders function for that. You have something called monographs, and these are encrypted notes with a secret key which you can share to anyone. So this is basically publishing your notes with a secret key. So that is a lot of the things you have inside of Notesnook. It has a couple of other features as well, like the focus mode, but in general, this is how Notesnook work. And apart from being very privacy focused, it is also a great application overall. It is simple. It is a note taker that is really simple. So if you're just looking for a way to take notes and privacy matters to you, this is actually the best option on the market. At least in my opinion, pricing wise, this costs you $4.49 each month. And with the $4.49 plan, you get unlimited attachments, unlimited storage, which is great, private vault, export notes in PDF, HTML, and Markdown, recurring reminders, and unlimited notebooks and tags. Again, a great pricing plan here compared to like the ones we saw with Joplin. This is, in my opinion, a lot better. But again, Joplin is an application that is tailored more towards developers, or at least more popular for developers. It has a great free plan as well. Yearly, this will set you back $49.99. This is in Norwegian kroners, but in USD it is $49.99. So great pricing plans on this as well. So next up is Affine, and this is also a great Notion alternative like appflowy open source. This has a web version, which I'm using right now. It has journal pages, which are basically daily pages. I have my demo workspace set to local. That's why this banner pops up every time. But what's cool about this application is actually not just the databases and the way the databases work, because I can have databases here. They are called tables, I think. They're called tables, and these are databases. I can't have linked databases, which is something that annoys me, but this is also just like appflowy in a really early stage, still in beta, still needs time to develop, just like appflowy and also the next app I'm going to show you. But this is a great alternative to Notion, not because of the databases and not even because it is open source, but because it has whiteboarding. And what's really cool about this whiteboard right here is that add something, if I add something here, it actually appears here as well, which is something a lot of whiteboarding applications do not actually have. We also have a way to link to different pages, and you can change the way the link appears. You can also show bi-directional links right here as well. So you can see how different things are linked together as well. You have the ability to share, and apart from the whiteboarding, it is really similar to a lot of other note-taking applications, but the main selling point of this is having this amazing whiteboarding feature. That's why people are jumping to try out this app. Let's talk about the pricing plans, because we have a cloud plan and we have self-hosted coming quite soon. But for the cloud plan, you have a free forever plan, which gives you unlimited local workspaces, unlimited use and customization, and unlimited dock and edgeless editing. Included in basic is 10 gigabytes of cloud storage, 10 megabytes of maximum file size, 3 members per workspace, and a 7-day history up to 3 login devices. I actually don't like this a lot. I would probably need to pay for the pro plan since I have way too many devices, but that is probably just a me problem. You have the pro plan here, which gives you 100 megabytes of cloud storage, 100 gigs of cloud storage, and 100 megabytes of file size, 10 workspace members, 30-day version history, comments on dock and edgeless, community support, and real-time sync and collaboration for more people. So great pricing here. This costs you $675 if billed annually and $799 if billed monthly, so not terrible compared to the rest of the market. Last application we have here is actually Anytype, and I normally show the Anytype app, but I have had problems with opening it up and I haven't gotten to re-downloading it yet. But this is really similar to Notion as well with the database structure, and here you actually have synced databases as well. What's really cool about this application is that it is object based, which means that everything is an object and it might take a while to get used to. But once you do, it is a really powerful way of taking notes. You have tables, Kanban, gallery, and you have linked databases as well. And another cool thing about this is that it has a graph view, and you can even create a graph view within a database. Again, something really, really cool. They have done a great job at the development here. The only problem being that it is really early days, so it still has bugs, it still has some problems from time to time, like I'm having right now. And you need to be really patient with this beta applications, and that goes for all of the different applications, but it can be used for a lot of things. So they have recently started their multiplayer mode, which allows for real-time collaboration. Things like community pages, community wikis. That is actually something I am trying out and trying to make inside of Anytype, but I haven't gotten to getting it done yet. It works for things like daily journal, it works for a blog homepage. It is trying to be so much more than just a note-taking app, but as a note-taking app, it does an amazing job already. Pricing wise, and this application also has all of your files stored locally, and you also get a key here that you will have to remember in order for you to get into your workspace. But we have a couple of different plans. We have the Explorer plan, which gives you 1 gigs of network space, 3 shared spaces, and 3 editors per shared space. But you also have the Builder plan, which gives you a global unique name from 7+ characters, 128 gigs of network space, 3 shared spaces, 10 editors per shared space, and unlimited viewers per shared space. This gives you a unique name from 5+ characters, and this is a 3-year plan, while this is a 1-year plan. It gives you 3 shared spaces, 10 editors, so just like this one, unlimited viewers and priority support. The major difference being that this gives you a lot more space, and you also pay for 3 years instead of just 1. So that is everything for today's video. Great open source applications, some of my personal favorites, and all of these are great options if you're looking for an open source alternative to an application you're already using. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching today's video.